as you're witnessing history up here, guys, what you've got here is two gentlemen in the hunt for a championship and a champion in the middle. This is truly an honor for us to be on stage with you guys today. Thank you so much for allowing us to do this. Yeah, you can definitely give a big round of applause for these guys. All right, let's get down to some questions, because I know you guys have been fielding fastballs already over here in front of the camera, so I'd be letting it down, and so would Monica if we didn't give you at least a curveball or two to deal with here. So, Denny, I'll start with you. I had the privilege of interviewing you back at the 600 this year. That's right. And you looked me in the face, and you were still limping then. You were walking around with half a leg, and you looked me in the face, and you told me, we're going to be there at the end. I remember you saying to me right in the face, said, we're going to be there at the end. And you are. Is this something you kind of knew all year long, or are you to the point now where you go, I can't believe that I can't believe it's happening, or did you kind of know it the whole time?
Well, I mean, you have confidence, and a lot of it is we know what's coming in our race shop. I knew by the end of the year we were going to have some really, really good race cars come to the racetrack. We were racing really with our last year's car, and even the year before that, cars earlier this season, and we were winning with them. So it's kind of, we were in an in-between moment there at times where we didn't know to keep the old stuff or go to the new stuff, but they assured me the new stuff was going to be better, and obviously starting during the chase, our performance has picked up.
Very good.
I want to know, I know it's been a stressful week for both of you guys heading into the chase. One of you could really kick Jimmy Johnson off of his winning streak. How do you deal with your nerves? How's your mindset going into the race Sunday?
I think for us, or for me personally, I know it's been an easy week. Actually, the pressure is getting to this point. Now it's enjoy the week, go out and race as hard as you can on Sunday, but it's more of a failure to not be in this position and be racing for the championship. So the stressful part's over. This is the fun part, and now we can go out and race as hard as we can on Sunday and see where all the chips fall.
Perfect.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree with him. It's the pressure is making the chase, then it's performing good enough to have a chance once you get to Homestead. That's the pressure. For either one of us to have a chance at this championship, this is the time that we should be having fun. Looking back on it, and if one of us are lucky enough to do it, you got to enjoy this week. You can't spend this entire week, worrying about things. And so for me, I'm just trying to relish the moment, and hopefully things work out the best for everyone.
Now, we asked a question a minute ago to Mr. Allison, and I'd be interested to hear if you guys have a different or a similar answer. We asked him, is there anything that you do? Do you have any superstitions? Do you have lucky socks or lucky underwear, or anything that you've been doing all year long that you say, man, I got to use this same toothbrush? Is there anything weird like that we as the race fans would love to hear about it? Well, let's start with Denny and go to Kevin.
It's tough to say. I mean, I'm a ritual kind of guy, for sure. I mean, the inside of my car kind of looks like a shrine. I've got all kinds of different medals and things like that I've been given over the course of the year. Some stuff that my grandmother had is in the car. I have a lot of stuff. It's way down, trust me. But I never make sure I'm short of good luck charms. So I just kind of make sure I do the same things that got me to this point.
I guess you're lucky you're a trim guy with all that extra weight in the car, the trinkets and stuff. You're lucky it's in.
Plenty.
Kevin, what about you? Any rituals or habits?
Yeah, I don't have a whole lot. I know, for me, it's, I like to grab the same pair of shoes that I wear to the racetrack every week. That's really about it. So we had Todd Berry and I, when we first started nationwide racing back in 2000, we got on this kick of buying shoes every week, which would be expensive, and we kept winning every time we buy shoes. So shoes, for whatever reason, have had a weird influence on
Interesting.
That type of thing.
You and my wife have the shoe thing in common.
Yeah.
Very good. Monica,
and if the shoes are bad, you just throw them in the trash. So.
Yeah, there you go. I know you said you're mainly having a good time this week.
It's going to be a win-win for us no matter what happens. Obviously, we want to win the whole thing, but they've done a great job.
Relax now. Get down to business on Sunday. Denny, are you able to celebrate your birthday at all, or is it strictly business for you?
Yeah, a little bit. Like I said, a lot of people say, hey, you need to go out and enjoy your birthday and everything, and I understand that's a big deal, but I told them I'd have fun next week. Let's get this week over with, and I'll get over with. But it's still fun. It's great to be in. I mean, you guys know we could be in a lot worse place than Miami on a championship weekend. So this is a great feeling, and obviously the 30th birthday is a big deal.
No, that is a big one, for sure. I had the privilege of interviewing you and Joe Gibbs at the same time on the 600 stage, and that was a huge privilege for me to hear two champions talking, to hear two people who compete at such a high level their whole lives talking. It was just a great deal for me to be a fly on the wall. I'd like to sort of recreate a moment like that because I think it could be special for the crowd. Here's what I want to do. I want to give a mic to Bobby Allison, and I would like to hear Bobby's advice to these two guys as they head towards the championship, as they get into this moment, which is pinnacle in their lives that you know we're going to look back on years to come, and this is going to be a big moment. Let's hear what a legend's advice to two future legends would be about this race.
Okay, now, here's the deal. Gas pedal on floor, turn left. Be careful.
You guys write that down?
Good.
Very good. Hey, we got time for one more question, Monica, if you got one for us, and then we'll send these gentlemen on their way.
Yeah, I want to know. I know it's so much competition coming down Sunday, and I want to know. Everyone's talking about have at it, boys. Say like 10 laps left, and I know Homestead Miami, you can go 3 wide. It gets kind of crazy there. Are you guys just gonna have at it?
Well, I think that's the general consensus of the whole thing is to do what you have to do to go out and win, and it's the last race. There is no tomorrow, so you just have to go out and do what you need to do to try to win it.
All right. How about you, Mr. Hamlin?
Yeah, it's the same thing. For me, it's the exact same thing. It's just, we feel like, hey, you look at the scenarios, we have to win to clinch. So that's the mentality that we have to have this weekend. So I look forward to it. It's these challenges in which the drivers kind of relish. These are, every person grows up wanting to, who wants to be in sports, thinks of being the guy that hits the walk-off in Game 7, being the guy that hits the game-winning shot, or things like that. So this is our opportunity to do that. And I promise you, we're not going to strike out looking.
Nice.
That way.
That's not going to be on your shoulder, huh? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to send these on their way. Let me dismiss them in order, and you can give them a round of applause they deserve. Miss Sprint Cup, Monica Palumbo, everybody. The driver of the number 29 is Kevin Harvick, everybody. The driver of the 11, Mr. Denny Hamlin. And finally, racing legend, Mr. Bobby Allison!